What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. We're recording this live at 5:17 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, February 26, 2022. This is episode 109. Coming up on today's show, Steam has scammed me out of $5. Call of Duty won't be out this year after 30 years. For the first time in 30 years. And the world, my friends, is absolutely wild. But we will get to all of that in a bit. My name is Gino Viteri. I am joined by Kyle Springer. What's up, Kyle?
I'm doing good. Having a good week. I slept most of the day, so I'm wide awake now and will probably be up all night. So
that's great. So
my day's
would you say you're what's a night owl? There's night owl and early bird.
Absolutely. I am nocturnal.
I feel like I'm none of those. You know what I mean? I'm none of those. I'm not an early bird, not a night owl. I just like to be on. Yeah, maybe more of a weirdo. And Alan Busby, what's up, Alan? How you doing?
Hi, I'm also a night owl, but I also am now forced to work while being up all night. I woke up at 2 o'clock today.
Alan, if I didn't introduce you, would you have said anything yet while me and Kyle were talking?
No.
You would have waited for me to say something.
Yeah,
he's being a polite co-host.
But he could talk, you know what I mean? And then I'll say and that voice you hear is Alan Busby, of course. You know, we just go off. Okay, but this is what I wanted to mention
he's
before.
He's working on his friendliness, right? He's working on his friendliness, so he's being polite.
Sorry. Well, remember, friendliness is already my highest trait, so that one doesn't need as much work. That's my highest one.
That's true. You took an official quiz on how friendly are you?
Yeah.
No, how likable are you?
How likable I am.
So he's not likable at all, dude.
The official results, I'm a difficult person to like. 37.14%.
37% likable. There's a 37% chance that people would like you, Alan.
Yes, and still good. It's better than 36%.
Yeah, I guess, because I'm sure there's some people out there. You know what I mean? There's some people out there. But let's already say I'm in that 63% that don't like you because you wear flip-flops. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You wear flip-flops to go outside. You're a weirdo.
Again,
I've said it before. I've said it live, and I'm saying to your face right now. You're a weirdo.
Again, my argument is when I put socks on to go to work, when I get home from work and I take my socks off, they don't go back on until I go to work the next time. I don't know why. I do not like wearing socks.
Even with the torrential snowfall that you deal with, it's flip-flops to go out. Flip-flops to go out.
Yeah. What is it? It is 28 degrees here right now. 28 degrees.
What is it over here?
Yikes.
It's 58 over here. Kyle, are you a flip-flop guy or what?
Not
you a flip-flop
really.
guy?
Mm-mm.
No?
Yeah.
I just don't, it's just, don't wear flip-flops, man.
I've had the slides, the sandals that have the one strap thing in the past.
Those are fine.
But
those are acceptable.
I've moved on to the grandpa's handles, the in-home
that's good.
Slippers with the furry inside.
You mean moccasins?
Not necessarily moccasins, but yes, that same type of.
I have some of those,
right?
But they're Dragon Ball Z themed, so I'm freaking cool, right? If you're wearing flip flops from freaking the Walmart that hang for $10, and you got those flip flops and you're walking out of Walmart with those, stay in Walmart. Yeah, because that's where you belong. You know what I mean? That's exactly where you belong.
The second you pull the $10 flip flops off the wall, someone approaches you and you go, "Oh, I don't need help," and they go, "No, we're offering you a job."
Oh
man, I'm telling you, just don't wear flip flops, dude.
They're like, you want a job? I already got a job. You want a second job?
Throw those out and start wearing some shoes. Start wearing some shoes.
But you can't. It's not good to wear shoes without socks. This is my problem.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do it then. You gotta do it.
I would agree. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not supposed to wear shoes without socks.
No, you can't. That's why. Do the extra effort of putting those socks back. Are you telling me you only have those white long pairs of socks?
No.
Okay.
I have like the no-show Under Armour black socks. I just have black socks.
I almost got, even though those white long socks are good for certain fashion styles, you know what I mean? Like you could wear those with like, either some khaki pants rolled up or whatever, Sure. But if that's all you got, then you're,
Nope, it's just no-show black socks. That's all it is.
Okay. I have those too. I have like 30 of those regular
But you see,
Reebok
here's the
socks.
other thing. Because I only really wear socks to work, my socks last a long time. I haven't bought, like, my socks are still like fine, like there's no rips, tears, or holes or anything. I haven't bought socks in like 2.5 years.
I have one pair of socks. These black socks, no brand on them.
You should have just stopped there. I have one pair of socks.
But these one pair
socks though.
These socks I care about. These one pair of socks that are extremely comfortable, right? They're so comfortable. They have no brand on them. I've been trying to find the same texture of socks for years, and these are ripped up the ass, but they're the most comfortable socks I ever had in my life, man. And I can't find them. Can't find the same what is it? Fabric or whatever the heck you would call that. Sure. So very heartbreaking. But this is Crossplay, my friends, and we are here to talk about video games, right? So where
Crossplay,
are we?
A sock podcast.
I just opened Steam by accident. You know why? Because they're ripping me off of $5, dude.
We're gonna be socking all the game news right to your face today.
Okay, exactly.
Podcast.
Exactly. So, Kyle, go ahead and take us into what we've been playing.
That one was all slow and messed up. Let me do that once more.
Go ahead.
Wow. Oh, wait. The button didn't do the button. Come on, OBS. Come on, Stream Deck.
Go ahead.
Still didn't go.
Do it.
Well, we're in what we've been playing.
Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me see here. So I don't have you have thoughts on Horizon, Kyle, you said. So if you have some more thoughts on that, I'll probably just add on to them from what you said, because that's all I've been playing as well. So let's go ahead and you start with that then.
Yeah, so I've been playing, I'm about, 18 hours in right now. Story-wise, I'm at the point, without spoiling it, I'm at the point where your main mission is to go collect these 3 components of this thing, right? It's like, hey, go get these 3 things. That's your next main mission. Okay. So that's as far as I am in the story. But
so I'm a little bit further than you.
When they open that mission up, that first one is like, hey, we recommend you're level 17 when you go do that. I was level 9 when I got there, so I was just like, shit. Well, that's gonna be a little difficult. So I was just like, well, I'm gonna stop there and just explore and have fun and enjoy it.
What's the name of the town? The grind for it's the first place where the game's like, I should go there and upgrade my bow.
It's like Chain Scrape or
that's where I'm at.
Okay, so you're right at the beginning. Yeah.
I literally like yeah.
So I am enjoying it a lot. This is very much, as people have been saying, like, this is the open world kind of formula that you're used to, and right now that's exactly what I want. Like, this is what I love playing, and I'm having a blast exploring and hunting and gathering resources. But I think there's a lot of things I think that is pretty disappointing about this game. And I think right off the bat, the climbing in this game, not good. Not good at all.
I mean, at least the climbing exists, because there wasn't really definitive climbing in the first game. But again, the beginning of the game makes you scale that thing to drop the plane or whatever, the cargo thing. And the climbing is just kind of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, which is disappointing to me because of Death Stranding. Because of the traversal in that game, which was made in the same engine, and that game is all about traversal and getting up mountains and scaling these big cliffs and walls and all sorts of stuff. And this is very, very like Uncharted style climbing. You can only climb on certain parts. And it's not even a great example of that. I know in a lot of the like Uncharted style climbing, they will have like, oh, the ledges you can climb on are yellow because there's paint on them, or they're all white because
or like the
poop.
or the rocks have like that slightly different hue to it, or they jut out a bit more.
Yeah. This at least the neat thing with that is you have like technology that will show you where you can climb. But you have to hit a button to reveal that, which I don't like. And so there's a lot of instances where just from playing games like Uncharted and Assassin's Creed and Death Stranding, where I know I can climb on a whole bunch of stuff, I'm trying to scale things and my character is just like, no, that's a rock. You can't climb rocks. Why would you think you can climb rocks?
Now, I'll admit, because as we established, I'm not very far, so I don't know how much more of a focus the game puts on climbing. I don't think that matters, because when you think of Horizon, at least when I'm playing, or even the first one, the climbing is just secondary, just kind of, it just gets you from A to B. The climbing isn't really meant to be good, because it's all about kind of the detail and the fighting. Again, maybe this game has a bigger emphasis on climbing. I'm not far enough to know.
I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I would kind of disagree that especially the first one, I don't think the combat was as deep or as involved as it should have been. It was fantastic.
But that's what the poll was, though.
Sure, yeah, that was the highlight of the game, right? The combat is neat. And they've improved on the combat this time, though these games are very much about exploration and finding these like hidden caves where you can go in and find new information on how to override these machines. And you have to explore to get there. You have to climb up towers and get certain resources. And so it is a major part of the game. And if this was the climbing in the first game, I'd be satisfied. Be like, it's fine. Like, it is what it is.
It works.
But they have shown that they now know how to make this kind of game, and it doesn't feel like much of an improvement. And we've seen another studio use that engine to greater effect. Like, you guys should be the ones with the like, this is how you make a game here in.
I will agree it's frustrating because like when in that opening area, I open the map and there's like the question marks of like, oh, go see what this is. And I see it, and like when you highlight icons, it shows you that kind of like road path map to get to it. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just kind of cut over these like cliffs and edges, but I can't. So then I just end up being frustrated by it. So then I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just follow this long, stupid path to where I'm going instead of my own way. So like, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But
have you done the first tonic?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like with your general what you're saying with the climbing, it does make sense. With what Alan specifically just said, just in the open world, like climbing. When you think of, I think of games with great, I guess parkour or whatever, or traversal.
Dying Light 2, where you can climb on literally anything.
Literally anything, but then more related to, I guess, Horizon, Assassin's Creed 3 specifically, I think. When you think back to that one, that was like the first game where you could pretty much, you just jump on stuff and you climb it.
You just hold the run button and hit anything, you go.
And he would climb up trees or climb up rocks or whatever. He would climb anything. That's what this should more be like when you're traversing the open world.
a little bit more. I do have to say, the Assassin's Creed stuff I feel like has kind of gotten out of hand, where you're trying to climb on a certain thing and it jumps to something else, and you're just like, no, go that way. Like, what do you? So like, I want like an in between. Like,
it needs
allow me to climb on most things. Like, if
needs
if
that
I think
freedom.
I can get there, then
it needs that freedom of Assassin's Creed with a bit more of the guidance and visibility of Uncharted. It needs to be in the middle of those two.
Yes. So there is one thing I did to help, though. There is an accessibility feature in the game, which I switched on, that allows the like highlighted yellow marks when you hit your focus on what you can climb on. Those are on constantly. It's on all the time now.
That's cool.
Which to me makes sense that you have this technology. Why wouldn't it be like this AR experience, right? Where it's letting you know, like, hey, that's something you can climb on. So it doesn't bother me.
The reason I asked about the tall neck was because I feel like the set pieces where you're meant to climb, those are cool. Because the way you had to, hit the certain parts of the satellite, and then what was weird about that specific part in the satellite was when you had to get something and then it doesn't show you where to go after. You get the you just drop down with it. So it's a little weird
for a long time, because I was like, oh, I don't have the thing that I need to get here, and it's nowhere near here, so I don't know.
But yeah, that first tall neck where you have to move the satellite and stuff, I think it was really cool. It was a really cool set piece because you're climbing something to get onto the tall neck, not climbing the tall neck itself, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I
don't know what this means.
That was fun. It's basically the like go activate the tower so it clears. Yeah,
I know the tall necks are like the thing. They're like towers, but
yeah. Once you get past Chain Scrape, the first town in the game, they'll be like, that's a tall neck, go do that one. And yeah, I like that set piece, but that also is a much more guided set piece, right?
Yeah, because you're specifically talking about the free roaming traversal, not the scripted big moments.
Yeah. So that I think is my first, like, I'm disappointed by that. Second, I feel like the story is in conflict with the mechanics of this game here, big time. From the jump, the story is like, hey, there's like you some signal just happened. It's a world threatening thing. You need to go out west and stop it right now. Go. Just
wait, is it?
Everyone know behind and like end this thing that you need to go do. But then along the way, every town you go to, every person you meet just has some small random problem, like local politics, all of this stuff. And they want you to like stop and get involved with these towns and stop and like pick up contracts and do all of that stuff. And Aloy's character, as a result, is very annoyed with everyone. So you want me to talk to your boss? What's the whole situation here? And like they have to, and like each interaction is just so awkward in this. Like, so you want me to go in the mine and save them? Like I have to go west here. There's a world-ending thing here. Like I don't know.
The thing that I loved was that I just loved the whole beginning was, I gotta go. I needed to leave. I left everybody behind. Yeah, sorry, I left. She, like, very beginning, so, like, the names. Literally, Aloy leaves in the middle of the night to leave Var behind because I gotta fucking go. I get to Chain Scrape, and it's like, hey, can you go get me these recipes? Aloy's like, yeah, what do you need? Yeah, what do you need? Yeah, I'll go get it. Yeah, I'll go do this. But then you do a quest thing, and she's like, hey, I don't have time. We need to get this done because I gotta go. Then you talk to somebody like, hey, can you go find this for me? It was like, yeah, I can do that.
You know what's funny?
Like, dude, Varl's gonna fucking catch up, bro.
What's funny about that is that I started to feel like I was rushed too. I, as a player, was like, I'm not going to take these side quests because I got to go, man. So I'm like 30 hours in.
The side quest anyways. I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm 30 hours in Horizon Forbidden West, and I haven't gotten to the Forbidden West, dude. I'm still not in the Forbidden West. Like, oh my gosh.
You're right now you're at Horizon 1.5. You're not quite at the 2 Forbidden West yet.
Yeah, they really showed us, like when they were showing us this game, they showed us the end of it already, because I have not gotten there yet.
Well, the reason all the promotional stuff showed you the Forbidden West is because they knew you were going to be like 70 hours in and not be there yet. They're like, we got to show, we got to show them what's coming.
Because I think the part of this game and the previous game that really shines is these side characters. Like the whole thing about the first game is that the more side characters you helped and had a relationship with, they showed up at the end of the fight there and like helped you. So I don't want to skip out on that, knowing that that's probably going to factor in somehow, and that seems to be with the story stuff too. Like she keeps like leaving in the middle of the night, like I'm the only one who can do all of this, and everyone else is like, no, you have friends, they can help you. So like I feel like the game really wants you to just slow down and explore, but the story is like, no, go quick, go, the world is ending, we're all doomed, go. And I feel like the game is confused of like what it wants to do. Like if you had beat the first game and this one started out with like, well, I've helped out here, you guys now know a little bit more about the machines, I'm gonna kind of go west and see if I can help spread this teaching and, you know, help some more of these towns. And it starts out with her exploring, and then you start to discover this weird signal and then start exploring it, and then all of this and that. That makes sense because it's not as rushed. It's like, there's something else happening here. Maybe I should explore a little more and see what these other towns think and if they know something else.
Yeah, I feel like Chainscrape just shouldn't have had any side content. It should have just been like one glorified story quest. I feel like the game should have kind of been more linear until you got to the Forbidden West, and then as you said, things happen. And then like I know some games are like, oh, you do a main quest and it's like, okay, we're gonna do some stuff, we'll come back, like I'll let you know when we're ready to move forward. Kind of do something like that where Horizon, like you do something that's like, all right, we'll decipher these codes, this message, whatever it is, we'll get back to you. Then at that point you then are encouraged to go do something else for a bit because now you're waiting. I feel like because like I'm at Chainscrape and there's like 4 or 5, there's like 2 side quests and like 3 to 4 errands, and it's like it just, I felt weird being back in Meridian because then I talked to people that have the exclamation point where you catch up to them, and it's, oh, Aloy the champion, hey, how's it been? Hey, where have you been? Hey, good to see you. And your first option is farewell, and Aloy goes, yeah, so like I gotta go, like I gotta go.
Yeah, I hear my mom calling me. I gotta go.
Like literally, you talk to the one girl and she's like, "Oh, Aloy the champion, it's so good to see you. I've missed you so much." And then you get the first dialogue option and you can do farewell or I gotta get going. Aloy's like, and she goes, "So it was good catching up with you, but I gotta get going." Like we literally did not even talk.
Yeah, like despite all of that. Like I said, though, I'm enjoying this a lot. This is exactly what I want. The world is beautiful. The combat is great. I'm having a blast.
The elephant in the room, of course, with Horizon, though, is as soon as Horizon comes out that same week, Masterpiece is going to release as well. You know, guys. So
something else.
It's already out. Already out.
Elden Ring is out as well. And you've played a little bit of it, Alan. Did you have any finishing thoughts on Horizon before you talk a little bit about it?
The only thing I'll say about Horizon is that the only reason I'm at the beginning is I booted up Horizon this past Wednesday morning after work. And I literally made a tweet of, I fucked up. I don't know why I started Horizon when I know I'm going to play Elden Ring. That. So literally, all day Thursday, I chose not to play it because I knew I was like, I cannot get too far because I won't remember anything when I come back to it.
That's a good way of thinking.
So I left Horizon behind. I don't know when I'll play it again. Maybe it's forgotten, like Returnal. I still never played Returnal last year.
You haven't
gotten
to the first the first like big like what the fuck moment.
Yeah, no,
for
I literally
West there.
Yeah, I literally upgraded my bow, and then I started doing side quests. And that was it.
There you go.
But yeah, so Elden Ring, I'm not very far into it. I maybe have only played it maybe like 5-6 hours between last night and just earlier today. And I'm gonna be honest, because I'm the opposite of you. I don't really have that craving for open world games. I kind of despise open world games nowadays. I just don't like them anymore. And I was worried leading up to Elden Ring because I didn't look at anything on it leading up to it except for like the stuff we've talked about here.
Yeah.
And I was honestly worried with Elden Ring being this kind of open world game because I was like, oh man, like it's going to break the flow. It's not going to feel the same. And honestly, even though it's open world, it almost kind of, it's fine. Like I'm not very far, so I can't speak how well it's shaping up yet. But it gives me this weird feeling because I know this is a FromSoft game, so I know it's meant to be crushingly difficult and painful, and it kind of is. It legitimately is. The first enemy you get to the open world and you find that first enemy, yeah, he murks you easily.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's not as many enemies around right now because you're just kind of wandering around, and it's weird because as I'm wandering around, the music in the game is phenomenal. So like the overall music plays, and I feel like I'm just relaxing, just walking around, having a good time. Oh, things are peaceful. It's nice. And then you see an enemy and then your brain's like, all right, it's time to get fucking serious. This thing will fucking kill me. And then you kill it. And then you're like, okay, I'm just going to walk around now. I'm just going to chill. Oh, I see some crafting material. Oh, here's some little items I can break to get. Oh, there's a bird I can kill to get some items. You're like, okay. Oh, an enemy. Oh, fuck. Let's go. The one mechanic I do like is that you have like, akin to the other games like an Estus flask, an item you drink to heal yourself. And usually the past FromSoftware games were really big on playing well so you could kind of conserve your healing items to explore longer without having to rest. And this game actually has it where when you kill enemies, depending on, I don't know if it's certain enemies or how well you do or anything else, but you kill certain enemies and depending on how tough the enemy was, I think, it actually refills your healing drink to keep you in the game longer without needing to rest.
That's cool. So I've actually, I haven't played it yet, but I'm actually very excited to. And I've been watching a lot of people play it and just reading a lot of stuff on it and stuff like that. And it does, as difficult as all these Souls games are, this one seems a little bit more accessible than all of the ones before it. And it's definitely the most unique, obviously, because of the open world aspect and all that stuff. So I'm gonna say this to you guys right now, so it can be in concrete stone as a commandment.
God, he's about to drop it. He's about to drop Final Fantasy 14. You heard it here first, folks. He's doing it. Ignacio's not even here. Oh
what
my
are you
God.
doing, dude? You're not being Ignacio right now. Get out of here. That guy's dead. I'm going to beat this game. I want to beat this game. I want to legitimately try, this will be my first Souls game. That might be a stupid idea. That might be, maybe the wrong one to start with or whatever. But from what I'm seeing, this looks like more of the kind of game that I'd want to, go through that with, right? Rather than like Bloodborne or any of those other ones.
See, Gino,
I know the feeling because I want to get into this because everyone is talking about it and all that stuff. But I also know that the FromSoftware games are not my kind of games. I don't like them. And
it also is a very specific. Someone did a very good tweet where because everyone that's blowing this game out of, like, everyone that loves this game already loves those games, right?
Yeah,
so it's
this was my most exciting game that I knew was coming out.
So it's like someone, I forgot who it was at Twitter, but they were like, seeing people talk about Elden Ring is like someone that loves spicy food telling you this this jalapeno pepper is very tasty or something, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that. Like pretty much the same thing. So that's like, I have that in mind where everyone that's saying they love this game is clearly already a person that has played these games. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those people. So
We like to be punished.
With that in mind, I'm still thinking about it in a way where like, okay, you know what? Maybe I could try this out. And then if I drop it, I drop it. But I do want to try and beat this game. I really do.
Yeah.
Gino, I want to agree with you that the game is more accessible where it might be easier to get into. I actually think this game is still just as painfully hard. The reason it might seem like it's more accessible is because it's more open world. So instead of having to railroad through a problem, you can technically go around it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, I don't think this game's not any easier. It just gives you the option that if you don't want to deal with open world enemies, do something else. But when you get to a boss or you get to like, I assume a catacomb, because I walked into a cave, which I assume is going to be more dark from soft linear style area.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the open world, the game will seem more accessible because you don't need to confront problems if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But when you get to a more traditional, like enclosed from software area, it's still going to be just as hard as everything else.
Yeah, just as brutal.
Yeah, I've been seeing people online.
It gives that
be
illusion.
Like, hey, don't even worry about the first boss yet. Go do something else. Like there's so much stuff to explore and just get stronger and over level, and then maybe come back to the first boss eventually, right?
Yeah, but
or just
some
be
great
good,
tips.
or just be good and fight it right away. Just railroad yourself through it and get good.
But no, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't have to play it like that. That's why I say it's more accessible. You know what I mean? Because I have seen, like, there's a lot of tips that I've seen, like, people are saying, like, if you're not killing regular enemies in 2 or 3 hits, you're in a bad area. So get out of there and stuff like that I've been seeing. And I'm like, okay, so maybe it's possible for me to, just start exploring, kill little enemies, because I've done that before. I mean, I've played Souls games before and I've been able to do that.
It would probably be a really good stream game for you, Gino. Just like a long one that you can play like, hey, for the next year, like this is what we're playing.
Beating us, I'll become out streamer, dude.
1 year later, we beat the first boss, you guys.
to be fair again though, like you say, like cause Kyle, you said you could like do something else and come back when you're over leveled or overpowered. You could do that in the older games, like in Sekiro, especially Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3. There were so many areas like you could always just grind yourself out and become overpowered earlier. It's just now it's that, but it's more open instead of just different bigger areas. It's just all one big area.
Well, just so side note though, just to correct you there, Alan, isn't Sekiro not like that actually? Just not to go off completely off
Sekiro,
topic.
I mean, Sekiro's not as open as Bloodborne, but Sekiro does have different areas you can go to.
Okay, but like with experience,
it's not as complete freeform as you get later in the game. But yeah, like you can go to like this monk temple. You can go to
I see what you mean.
What's it called? You can go to like the Ashina prison. You can go back into the past.
Yeah.
Like you can go to somewhat different areas at different times.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think, Kyle? Are you going to try out Elden Ring?
Probably not. If it comes to Game Pass or something, then I might one day.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
No,
I'm going to try it.
Not a game for me.
Definitely something I'm gonna try. And then Alan, you also have Dying Light 2 here that you platinumed.
Yeah,
how was that?
I just my funny story is I platinumed Dying Light 2 and a friend of mine, Lissa, responded to me saying it was a spicy comment. Of games I'm playing, because I'm not basing this on everything, just what I play. Dying Light 2 is the worst game of 2022 that I will play.
Cool. All right. You're probably right.
Like I platinum Gino, because I know you play. I platinumed it right when the platinum jingle came up, closed the game out, deleted it, sold it to GameStop.
Nice. I haven't gotten that much further into it, and I mean, I guess to be honest with you, I'm not really itching to go back to it. Like with these games that have come out already. Horizon and Elden Ring now, that was definitely the one that'll be shelved from those. It's
just as you get further, Dying Light 2 just still has, honestly, in the end, it just has so many bugs it has to work out.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's it. That's all we've been playing. Ignacio's not here. Don't know why actually. He gave us no reason. He just said I'm
not gonna be here.
Freaking weirdo. Okay. So, my friend, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping here.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/thewhatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back. I'd like to give a shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier and above. Sam, thank you so much for supporting us for so long. Give me some feedback. Have I been saying thank you in a nice way? Have I been giving you some little tidbits? You're supporting Ignacio on whatever journey he's on. So thank you for that. So just a little feedback. Or if you don't like one of us, Alan's only 37% likable. Maybe let him know. So
well, now someone sent me it. I'm gonna take an autism spectrum test to see what this is.
He's just on the BuzzFeed website, taking all of the quizzes.
Okay. That's
so while
funny.
you're doing this, I'm gonna take this quiz a little bit here and there. Don't worry, I'm still here, still paying attention.
And Kyle, any shout outs for other shows here?
Yes, cool things that we've been up to here at the Whatnauts. We just recorded our Patreon exclusive show for the month, in which we did an update on our video game fantasy draft. That was a blast. That was a fun time. We also, Melissa and I have started a pilots program, is kind of what we're calling it, the Pilots Club. So that in our Patreon exclusive stuff every month, we are going to be checking out the pilot of a TV show or a cartoon or who knows what, an old show, a new show, a show that never got picked up, but it just the pilot there. Alan is saying he got a 40?
No, there are 50 questions.
Oh.
But yeah, so that will be on our Patreon exclusive stuff as well, this Pilots Club. The first one we watched was of a 2006 sci-fi original show called Eureka.
Eureka!
For, I think like 6 seasons or so. So that was a lot of fun. The one we will do next month is Doom Patrol, episode 1 of Doom Patrol. So be on the lookout for all of that stuff. But yeah,
all right.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you. And that's all housekeeping we got, my friends. So let's move on to the news of the week. All right, so number 1 here. We got some Steam Deck reviews, and like I mentioned earlier, Steam has ripped me off of $5. They've scanned me out of $5. So I'm saying that because Steam,
it's a participation fee.
Yeah, so the Steam Deck is now being, it's released. It's sort of, I guess it's being released, right? I don't even know the full information on this.
Being released in waves, right?
Yeah, it's going out in waves, and people are getting emails for verification if you still, if you want to purchase it, so you can finish your purchase and then you get it shipped. I was there the day of that they were doing those pre-orders, so I haven't gotten my email. Those started going out yesterday. So they took my $5. You know what I mean? They scammed me, took my $5. It's not in my Steam wallet. I don't even know where to check if I have this pre-ordered. I don't know what to do.
Did they not send you like a confirmation, like, "Hey, thanks for sending us $5 to pre-order"?
They did
this?
when I did that like a year ago, but I don't know where that email is now.
Well then,
yeah, so something.
You can search in your email.
Yeah, well,
Steam, or Steam Deck.
Maybe I'm all about convenience, Kyle, and that's totally inconvenient. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. They
I
scammed me
guess.
$5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process of talking to them and do all that stuff, and just make a real big inconvenience for myself to get me those $5 back.
I am a social media influencer who streams on Twitch. I've been playing Elden Ring for an entire year. Talk about consistency. I want to know where my
Oh man. Okay, so so what I want to talk about here is because so these Steam decks are already out in the wild with, of course, the biggest in the businesses, right? The biggest people in the business, right? So there's reviews on GameSpot, IGN, all that stuff. But there was one review in specific that I think just little bullet points. They did little bullet points. Jeff Keighley. He has a Steam Deck in hand. And he posted on Twitter just a thread of his sort of review of it, how he feels about it. And I wanted to talk about this with you guys. Alan, when the Steam Deck got delayed, you were like, "Oh, guess you gotta cancel it." I don't know why you said that. A little weird thing to say, but
did cancel it and didn't remember.
Gino, I was warning you because I knew they were going to steal your $5.
Nah, man, you knew then.
I was looking out for you. That $5, man, that's like a meal somewhere.
Exactly.
That's like a gallon and a half of gas.
So let me go through his little thread here, and then we'll talk about what we think about it so far and all that stuff. So Jeff Keighley here tweeted, "The Steam Deck is a revelatory new handheld PC from Valve. It really is Steam in your oversized in parentheses pocket, and a stunning debut from Valve of a full stack gaming machine." So his thread goes on. First, the great news. It's the real deal when it comes to gameplay / game experience. The graphics, sound, controls are as good as PC / console. Here you can play Forza Horizon 5 or God of War or Death Stranding or Elden Ring, and it feels like the full uncompromised experience. Big bonus, it's amazing to have your full Steam library. Not every game works yet, but a lot of them do. The deck ends up being like a Steam Pass. All of your games / friends carry forward with you, nothing to rebuy. Now the bad news, the battery life sucks. It's around 2 hours if you are playing a big 3D game at a high frame rate. I guess like Horizon or God of War, if you're playing those at a high frame rate, it's only about 2 hours of gameplay uncharged, or not connected or whatever.
It's kind of bad.
You can tweak brightness / even limit frame limit frame rate to get a little more juice, but it's the biggest drawback right now for me, he says. And then fair warning as well, it's also buggy. Valve software seems to be shipping updates to the OS daily and fixing issues on the fly. In parentheses, they did 2 OS updates yesterday. This was posted yesterday, so 2 days ago they did 2 OS updates. So it's a little like a PC in that way, lots of patching. Some games just don't load or glitch out, but lots of games work great. So let's be honest here. The fact that Valve's hardware team has built a full stack gaming machine this good as a 1.0 is really impressive. They will no doubt keep iterating and carve out a unique market segment. Personally, I find myself spending more time playing games now that I have a deck. It loads super fast from suspend, and the screen quality / ergonomics make it very fun to play. When it's all working and when you have battery life, Steam Deck is a glimpse of the future. So that's his little bullet points on that. Kyle, are you at all interested in the Steam Deck?
Not necessarily, not yet. I like the idea behind it. I like this idea that we are going towards this more mobile space with an actual like gaming device and not just your phone, right? Mm-hmm. I do kind of like that because I would enjoy playing some more games on the go. I grew up with the Game Boy, right? I have my original Game Boy right back there, the big fat one.
Yeah,
I like that experience.
I was always interested in it from when they first announced it. That's why obviously I pre-ordered it. And from what I'm seeing here, from what the whole battery life thing, 2 hours without charge is a little alarming. That's something they definitely have to work on. But also kind of makes
Nintendo Switch is not that much greater than that, though.
It's not, I think, but I think
the newer ones are, but
yeah.
But still,
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
the launch Switch, because Amy and I have the launch Switch still. Its handheld battery life is not the best. You can do it, but it's not very good.
But at the same time, I also don't find myself playing the Switch handheld for that long. So
I never play a handheld.
Yeah, so when I think about it, it feels like more of a. It seems bad on paper, but when you think about it, it's fine because I don't think I'll play. If I'm playing on my Steam Deck, I don't think I'll be playing for that long or anything like that.
It's really probably just like playing in bed, just having it plugged in like right there while you're just in bed instead of having to like be somewhere else.
Exactly. The other thing that we've been seeing a lot of different games running on it and stuff like that. Now that people have it on their in hand, and I saw Final Fantasy running.
I saw that,
which is. As soon as they announced Steam Deck, what did I tell you guys? I want to see Final Fantasy on this.
You can play Final Fantasy 14 anywhere.
Exactly.
Too bad you're gonna be playing Elden Ring from here on out. So,
and it looked great. But from what I see as well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you want to do when you're doing very intense stuff in Final Fantasy. It seems more like, hey, I'm just gonna go, gather some stuff or craft or maybe do small little things. I'll play on my Steam Deck and stuff. But from reviews that I've seen, I am still very excited for it, but I think I'll just wait. I'll just hold off on it to see if maybe they, because it is a PC, so they're going to do patches and stuff like that. So I think it's more of a better system to just wait until they keep patching it. And then when it's easily obtainable, then get it. You know what I mean? I feel like it's one of those. But yeah, Steam Deck isn't already in people's hands. People are getting it. People are already purchasing it. And I have not gotten an email to either cancel my pre-order or to go through with it. So
maybe you'll be in like the next wave then.
I assume.
Like what if you're like in like the top 3 of like the next wave? Like you were like almost cut off from that first wave of them going out.
Because I remember the day of where they were like, all right, pre-orders are live. I was refreshing, and I did it, dude. I freaking got that.
Yeah, but you already know how that works. Like even if you're day 1, so many people get it that same day though.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So there you go. Steam Deck reviews are in, and it's not bad. It's not getting horrible reviews or anything. It's just, it's a good new piece of equipment. Or technology or whatever. So there you have it. And then number 2, let's move on. Number 2 here. PlayStation plans 3 Spartacus tiers for as much as $16 per month. This comes from VentureBeat over on VentureBeat, Jeff Grubb. So we have been talking about the PlayStation Spartacus every once in a while. If you don't know, of course, this is the I guess sort of the Xbox Game Pass competitor on PlayStation side. That's what they're trying to make it. They haven't officially announced this, correct? Am I correct in saying that? They haven't officially announced this, but we've been getting reports on what their plans are and what they're doing with it. So Jeff Grubb, of course, the best journalist in the industry, has gotten some information here. So this says here, Sony is looking to expand PlayStation Plus by introducing new features and by integrating elements from PlayStation Now. Bloomberg originally reported about these efforts, which Sony internally calls Spartacus, in December, but now GamesBeat can provide some more info on what these new offerings look like. Spartacus is an evolution of PlayStation Plus with 3 tiers. It currently calls those tiers Essential, Extra, and Premium, although those names could change between now and when the service launches. The subscription fee for these programs is monthly and starts at $10 and goes up to $16. And what do each of these tiers get you? Let me see here. Let me look at the chart here.
So I'm pulling the chart up on screen.
Okay, you have it?
Too,
okay,
if
cool.
You're, watching on stream, yeah.
All right, cool. So as we could see there on the chart then, PS Plus Essential only gets you monthly games. That's all it gets you. PS Plus
is
Extra.
Basically what we're getting.
Yeah. pretty much what you're getting now. Yeah, that's just PS Plus already. So PS Plus Extra gets you a game catalog aside those monthly games, which I assume is the PlayStation Now downloadable game catalog. So not just streaming, but the downloadable games.
Correct.
And that catalog. And then the place. Yeah, so and then just a PlayStation Plus Premium adds the streaming as well with classic games and game trials as well. So I think this is similar to when it mentions the game trials, I think it means something akin to what they did with Death Stranding, where you could play like the first 5 hours or something. I think they did that with Death Stranding or something.
From what it sounds like by the use of the word trials, it seems like, hey, you can play the first 2 hours for free or something like that, or
and probably for select titles. Like I assume maybe game trials will mainly be just PlayStation only games.
Yeah, I feel like this will definitely be for their exclusive games when it comes to that game trials and other third party games like they did now with Cyberpunk. They did a trial for that. And then other stuff like that. So just what is the word? Something demos. They are gratuitous.
Timed demos?
Not timed demos. Oh, gosh, I can't
Trials?
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Glorified demos. They're glorified demos is what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Trial run.
So
that's
what do you think of this? Gino?
I think this is good. We've always wanted to see what PlayStation has as a competitor for Game Pass, and we've been seeing slowly that they've been trying to do that with PlayStation Now. They've been adding some pretty. I think they're adding Shadow Warrior 3 as a new game on PlayStation Now as soon as it comes out the day of the release.
At the launch, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're starting to get that ball rolling. They need to be better at advertising this. Of course, when Spartacus now comes out as a full thing, they need to, I think, just come out punching out of saying this is the competitor to Game Pass. This is what we want, because then that'll get in front of people's eyes, right? That'll make people think, oh, so you guys have a competitor for Game Pass then, and that's what'll instead of, because they've had it. PlayStation Now has been that, but they don't talk about it. They don't really say much about PlayStation Now. So I think, they should do
problem I see with this. Well, I should say first, I do think this is a good step in the right direction. I don't think this is it yet, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is good enough. Game Pass Ultimate is $15. It's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the first party exclusive day and date. You get that third party catalog, which has so much stuff. You get there's you can stream, you can download, there's all the stuff you can do for cheaper.
Yeah.
And this is now 15, or now it's a single dollar more expensive, but it's still more expensive, right? And you don't get those first party exclusives day and date, which means you'll still have to buy them on top of this.
So what do you think, Kyle? In that tier, the last tier where it says classic games, we get an entire catalog of PS1, PS2, and PS3 games included in that. Would that be worth it?
Sounds cool. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a niche thing. That is what we've learned from backwards compatibility, that everyone wants it, but no one truly actually plays it.
That's true.
So it's nice to have that back catalog, but I want the new thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to be like, hey, here's my $16 a month, and that's all that I pay to PlayStation, and I get, Last of Us 3 and God of War 16 and Final Fantasy 29 and all of that stuff, right? I want to get those.
Yeah. With how PlayStation is, though, I don't think it'll go so far as we see exclusives day and date on that service.
No.
But I think since we
Which
did,
is why I don't think this would be as good. I don't want to pay them $16 a month to have a classic library just sit there.
hmm But also, since we are seeing them make these moves, like with Shadow Warrior 3, which is a smaller game, of course, but a game that, there's people that are, there's a fan base for them
Sure.
to get something like that, maybe we'll start seeing them make deals with Square Enix or, make deals with Capcom. Like, hey, this Final Fantasy game included on here or stuff like that. But when it comes to their exclusives, you got to buy them. You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be more of that sort of thing where they're going to make deals with their partners to keep these games on their console, but also included in their monthly payment plan or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that is a step in the right direction too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that is what they need to do, is get some of these third party exclusives. Like, hey, you can also play it day and date if you have PlayStation Plus Premium, right?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
It would be cool.
But
it would be cool.
I just I still don't know if I would really actually buy it if I don't get those first party exclusives, because I feel like I'm double paying then.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see if they convince you when they show that for real. Alan, any closing thoughts on this whole thing? What do you think?
Man, I actually got a bit on it, but I didn't want to just interrupt and rapidly change the height of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm not really comparing this to Game Pass because there's no hiding it. This in no way will this ever compare to how strong Game Pass is. So I'm not even going to compare it to that because there's no chance this even compares. My problem is a little bit of the confusion because this isn't elaborated on. For the PlayStation Essential is $10, which again is the basic minimum one. Because Gino, you said the game catalog is probably the catalog of PS Now games, right?
Yeah.
But in PS Now, you can download certain games, and then you can download the games or you can stream them. So what really separates the game catalog from the streaming? Like what? Because obviously we don't really know what that means.
I think game catalog might even mean just like a curated catalog of like, hey, here's stuff you can download. Similar to how they have that, like, when the PS5 launched, right? We got the catalog. I forget what they called it. The like
the
PS
PlayStation Plus collection.
The collection.
The collection. Yeah.
I think it's something like that.
My thing is, and again, I'm not a business person or numbers or how this works out financially. I really feel like PlayStation Essentials, if they're gonna rework the PS Plus system and structure of it, I feel like the PS Essential, pretty much what we have now, I feel like that should have the game catalog. Like if I could restructure this, it would be Essential gives you monthly games in the game catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Extra gives you all of that plus streaming, and I would almost say add like a thing where it gives you PlayStation exclusive classic games, and then Premium gives you the entire backlog of every game that's been on PlayStation and game trials. Because then if you have Essentials and it's $10 and you're getting the game catalog, well, why not spend $3 more to get streaming if you use it, and then you get some classic nostalgic games. Then if you do that, then at one point you're like, well, I've had this for a while, and fuck it, why not bump up $3 more? Then I get a bunch of exclusive trials and demos, and I get the entire backlog. You kind of make each deal only slightly different. That way to encourage you to spend that little bit extra. Now, Kyle, I know where you come from, where you say you don't really want classic games. You want those games day and date and everything else. And that's fine. Game Pass exists for that. There are some people, and I can speak for myself, I love playing my older games. I love the nostalgia of my old games, classic games. For me, I would easily spend the $16 if PlayStation gave me that whole classic game catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and with what I said, if they made some classic games for 13, I'd pay that. But then if they were like, hey, you can have everything for 16, I'd jump up to 16. Because for some people, classic games are a bigger deal than playing every new thing at launch. And people like you want only the new stuff. So I think still having classic games is better. I just think for Essentials and Extra, I don't like $3 extra giving you just a games catalog. I feel like Essentials needs to have more than just the base level, and then extra needs a little bit more. That way, because it feels like, oh, 1 step, 2 step, and then 5 steps. It needs to be staggered more closely.
There's a big jump for that 16 one. If you get all this extra stuff, whereas the first 2 is like, we'll throw you a bone.
True.
And in case people don't know, the last thing I want to add is that the current PlayStation Plus pricing structure right now, this is only going by monthly for what we're talking about, but the current PS Plus price breakdown is 12 months is $60 every 12 months, which is equivalent to $5 a month, meaning that 16 is a massive jump. So it does need to do more, or again, it needs to be staggered, because if you pay for just 1 month of PS Plus, 1 month is $10. So they really need to make that minimum $10 do a little bit more to incentivize the higher tiers, because that's a big jump.
Yeah. But keep in mind, this is not officially announced yet. So
I know.
Prices may change, and this might be the monthly prices, not the yearly stuff, right?
Could be,
like, hey, if you bundle it for a year, it still might be that $5, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to give the prices, because if we don't really know this information or speak about it or critique it harshly, then maybe they'll be like, oh, well, it's fine, we can kind of leave it like this. But if we have all the information, we can judge it more critically and make sure that they're getting good financial benefit and we're getting the best deal as the consumer.
Yeah. But we'll see all of that, of course, when it's shown, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys know what has been shown already? PSVR 2, my friends. So next article here, PSVR 2 has been shown. This comes from the PlayStation blog itself. Hideaki Nishino is the senior vice president of the platform experience over at PlayStation, and they have revealed the design of the PlayStation VR 2. So the article, the PlayStation blog here just talks about the entire design, what it looks like. I think you have it up, right, Kyle? Yeah, you have it up.
I do, yes.
So at the end of the article here, of course, just a little roundup or whatever. He says, when PSVR 2 launches, it'll take a giant leap forward in the way we play games in virtual reality. There are plenty of exciting new features to look forward to in the PSVR 2 system, including stunning visual fidelity in 4K HDR and state-of-the-art graphical rendering, enhanced tracking such as inside-out camera tracking, new PlayStation VR 2 Sense technology features such as headset feedback, and the new intuitive PSVR 2 Sense controller that creates an incredibly deep feeling of immersion. Additionally, the PSVR 2 system comes in a simple single cord setup so you can connect to your games immediately. The PSVR 2 development kits are already in the hands of game creators, and we are excited for what they'll come up with to truly make virtual reality a remarkable experience for gamers. Alan, are you getting this or what?
No, I haven't owned my PSVR in a long time. Like my sister's interested in this, but like
tisk.
Honestly, if I'm gonna invest in a VR again, I would honestly just go for like the Quest 2 or something.
I see.
I understand all of like the enhancements and everything else for the PSVR 2, but it just, I don't know, just because of how the original PSVR was, I would just get a Quest.
I see.
If I was gonna spend big bucks, I get the Valve one, the super mega
Valve,
snazzy one.
I feel like this one's gonna be better than that one, even. You know that?
I think so.
The big indicator here for me is the Sense headset, right? You got the headset on. They're giving you these little vibrations or whatever.
I feel those digital ice cubes in my head.
Exactly, dude. And then you feel I know you got your DualSense turned off, which is the stupidest thing you could ever do, freaking Alan. So
will you let it
clearly
go?
You're not going to like the DualSense on these freaking
well, think
hand
about
controllers.
it though. With the ice cubes, if you feel the sensations, you're playing Beat Saber, you get get that cold sensation on you, and I guess you're fucking
when you get
fine
hit
somehow.
by those things, it burns your head, dude.
Hey, how was
over.
playing your game? Oh, I've got like a headache. Can I take like an aspirin or something?
Oh my god. So, Kyle, what about you? Do you think this is a much better improvement, and are you excited for this?
Well, it's an improvement. I want to say it is an improvement.
Seems like yes, yeah, in improvement, yeah. I'm not sold on VR yet, but it is something that I want to try eventually. I have not tried any VAR.
Wait, none.
None.
Wow.
Definitely worth a try.
I just it's too expensive for me to get into. It's not worth it. There's not enough games that I want for an experience that I'm not sure I'll like or kick in, because I might get sick. I don't like roller coasters, all that stuff. Like I don't want to spend like $600-700 to just be like, I'm gonna vomit everywhere. Oh my god. Blech.
Have you tried not getting sick?
Have you tried just getting good?
Yeah. Have you tried just being better? I don't know what to tell you.
No, I want to get into VR. I'm just not ready to do it yet, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Wow.
I gotta take you out to dinner first, though.
I mean, like, I hope the faceplate's better, because like now I wear glasses, and like I know that's a big issue for other people that I've had play it, because if you need glasses, it's kind of really bad, because the first PSVR's headset with the plastic and all that shit was like not really comfortable to wear.
Yeah.
So
Kyle, VR is awesome. Like, it's a good thing to try at first.
The cyberpunk in me is like, yes, bring on the VR and AR future. I want it. I need it. It's gonna be terrible because corporations will own everything. But I'm not there yet. So.
Yeah. The biggest negative thing of the PSVR obviously was that little box that you had to connect to connect the box to the TV and the box to the PlayStation. You had to connect another wire to the local satellite station, and then you had to connect that wire back to your pacemaker in your heart, and then like it was just that whole process of connecting.
Yeah, you had to plug one into your phone too. You had to go route one to your internet provider. It was super weird.
Exactly. It was so crazy, dude. So the fact that it's like just one cable now, all you gotta do is connect it.
Sometimes I felt like if I moved too much, I was gonna end up like Clayton and Tarzan, where I was just gonna choke myself on a cord.
It was really bad, but I'm glad they're improving on this. I'm glad they're sticking to VR. PlayStation is, we want VR in the future, and I think this is probably going to be one of the best VRs in the market when that comes out, solely on the way the DualSense works. If that augments the virtual reality even higher, then that'll be great. So,
if I ever got PSVR 2 and it had the crap in the controllers, you can bet if I could turn that off, it's going on.
No reason to get it. No. And then of course Horizon Call of the Wild is coming out on that. So as you all guys know, a masterpiece will come out that same week. So
we already have we already have Beat Saber. We already have already have the game that's the reason
like
to
Beat
own
Saber
VR.
2 out the next day after Horizon.
We'll
we
see.
already have the reason to own a VR.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so guys,
3 is out.
So guys, let's move on to number 4 here. I did want to bring this up. We don't obviously we're not as knowledgeable on this stuff as we are. We are just stupid little gamers here. But that is something that I feel we should talk about, and that is about Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine and where to help if you want. So I don't know, Alan and Kyle, how much you've been keeping up with this, but the way I've been keeping up with this is actually through Final Fantasy 14, believe it or not. So I watched this streamer, Zepla HQ, right? She's a Final Fantasy 14 streamer. She's a U.S. citizen. She was born in the United States, but she moved to the Ukraine a few years back. Gotcha. And she lived in Kyiv, which is the capital, of course. So let me actually just, it's better said than what I can say, just so you guys know her whole thing. just real quickly here. Mike Williams, an editor over at Fanbyte, wrote a little piece on her here. So earlier this month, we highlighted the plight of Jessica St. John, known to many in the Final Fantasy XIV community as Zepla HQ. Though Zepla was born in the United States, she moved to Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, some years ago. She built a life there, one that has been endangered by the recent growing threat of Russian invasion. That threat became a reality this week when Russia began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Russian troops entered the region and airstrikes on Ukrainian targets have begun in earnest. And while Ukraine's own military forces are fighting, much of its civilian populace is trying to seek refuge in safer regions. So she was able to make it to Poland. She's been tweeting how that's been going and all that stuff. But she's also been tweeting articles here, a Reddit post. I'm sure if you can bring up the link, Kyle, there is a
Reddit one?
Yeah, the Reddit post. She has a Reddit post there of just charities that you can donate to in case if you are wanting the help or anything like that at all.
I'll put the link in the description too.
Yeah, put the link in the description as well. And that is a good post there of all the different places that you can donate to charity. So we have, what is it? Save Life. Let me see. Actually, let me open it here.
There's a ton of different categories.
Yeah, bunch of different categories.
To help children, to help the senior citizens, to help those with COVID, to help pets, to help investigative journalism, to help the homeless. There's all sorts of stuff here.
Yeah, and of course, just to name out a few, Save Life to help is an organization to help the war effort. Children We Will Make It is another organization to help children. Happy Old is an organization for the elderly and all that stuff there. So definitely, it's just something I did want to mention, you guys, because it's something that I've been keeping up with because of a streamer that I watch normally. And I have been, worried of that and how she's doing. Fortunately, she is safe in Poland right now. And a lot of people are, a lot of horrible stuff going on over there. So it's unfortunate to see.
It sucks.
So unless you guys have anything to say, we could just move on then from that. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Anything else to add except that the whole thing sucks. So.
Yeah, it does definitely. But of course, we are gamers, so we can't really talk on politics as much as another person. Okay, so my friends, that is it for the big news of the week. Let's move on to new and notable.
Hi, me again.
Hello.
So small little list of games releasing or coming out or anything else. So starting this off, Far Changing Tides comes out for pretty much everything: PS5, 4, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
I've never heard of this.
On March 1st.
What is this Far?
It's Far, and it's Changing Tides.
Ignacio was kind of excited about this one. I think it's a sequel to something. I could be wrong though. It has an interesting art style though.
Let me see.
Well, it's a sequel. It's a sequel to Close Stationary Tides. So.
Oh, it looks cool, actually.
Next up, we have Shadow Warrior 3 coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Available March 1st. Available on PS Now at launch.
There you go. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So weird that it's only on PS4 and Xbox One. Why doesn't?
First
game.
By
next gen? I mean current gen.
Wait, first game on PS Now at launch, right? This is the first one.
Yeah.
So big deal there. Big deal.
I'm not mistaken.
A game that we all know is going to be exciting because of the past news of Platinum Games. Babylon's Fall for PS5, PS4, and PC releases on March 3rd.
Oh, guys,
this game was pretty bad.
I played the demo. of it. Disconnected me from the demo. Couldn't really play.
Well, so you didn't know how bad it was, so it just removed you because it knew you were going to do this. So it was like we don't want it.
It looked real bad before I got disconnected. So I was like, you know what? All right, whatever.
I'm not a fan of live service games, so when I saw platinum, I was like, hell yeah. Then it was live service, and I was like, oh no.
As soon as they dropped me in, Alan, as soon as they I went to the main hub or whatever, they showed me the battle pass. They were like, "Here's the battle pass, dude." I was like, "Oh damn, okay."
You're like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah.
I believe this was the game that we're all too poor to buy, but Gran Turismo 7 comes out for PS5 and PS4 on March 4th. So don't worry, put your wallets back in your pockets because you are not rich enough to buy this game.
Exactly. I don't know how Ignacio doesn't understand that, but
or buy it because you don't follow the fucking rules. You do you.
They do a credit check before you buy Gran Turismo 7.
That is true. That is accurate. I read that somewhere. Next up, Triangle Strategy comes out for the Switch only on March 4th. So the money you're not spending on Gran Turismo 7, buy Triangle Strategy or buy both, because if you're rich enough to buy both or to buy Gran Turismo, you can buy both.
Which one do I buy?
Well, you already know you can't buy. Yeah. And as Gino mentioned earlier, 2023's, well, no, this is what, 2023, 2022 is Call of Duty, right? Or 2023?
No, it's 2023's is the one that
is it
delayed.
Oh,
so
that's
Gino
why,
was
that's
wrong.
Why at the start when you said like this year's Call of Duty, I was like,
I didn't know.
So
that.
Gino, in fact, lied. 2023's Call of Duty was reportedly delayed into 2024.
Why would they tell us so early?
Y'all, we still get a Call of Duty in 2022.
They tell us this early because like they do this yearly schedule where they switch off the stuff. So the one that's coming out this year is probably already deep in development, right?
Yeah, but the next one,
it'll be out. The next one, maybe is like, hey, we can spend some more time on this, which I think is exciting for that franchise.
It's good. It's a nice refresher.
If they get some more time, what they can do,
like they did with Assassin's Creed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is all of your game updates, but I am not going to delay this outro of New and Notable to 2024. I'm going to give it to you right now. New and Notable is now old and noted. So take us into the lightning round.
Here we are. I am Ignacio for the podcast, for the rest of the podcast.
Well, you did tell Gino to drop FF, so you are technically the Ignacio.
For some reason, all of a sudden, I don't understand why I can't buy Gran Turismo 7. Weird. But
weird. No, do the Ignacio thing. You gotta lean back to be farther from the mic.
He's always on his phone, dude. Always on his phone.
We love you, Ignacio. Please come back. Okay, lightning round stuff. EVO 2022 announcement show is happening on March 8th at 5 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/EVO.
Whoa.
And they've already announced that Smash Bros will be returning.
I find that interesting how PlayStation owns Evo now, right? So that's pretty cool. Like Smash is returning on the year that PlayStation owns it now and all that stuff. So that's a pretty big deal, I think. I like that. That's
some
cool.
bros are gonna get smashed.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Smash some bros.
Smash some bros.
Yeah,
bro.
Fallout New Vegas 2 is reportedly in early development at Microsoft and Obsidian. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know that's a fan favorite of the Fallout series.
I like Fallout 3 more. You couldn't 100% New Vegas because you had to pick sides, and it was just it was a completionist's worst nightmare. So no, Fallout 3 number one.
Just pick sides.
No.
Next up, a Pokemon Presents broadcast has been scheduled for Sunday, February 27th. So we are recording this on Saturday, which means the presentation is tomorrow. But this goes live on Tuesday, so it will have already happened. So
quick predictions, so we can look dumb.
Yeah.
Quick predictions.
Arceus DLC, I think.
Gen 9.
And then I think I don't know if we're getting a proper Gen 9. I say no proper Gen 9.
Okay.
We're gonna get an announcement for a new mystery dungeon game.
Is that Pokemon Sleep game out yet?
What?
Pokemon Sleep or whatever?
I don't know.
Is that out?
I think that's already. I don't know. People slept on it.
There's gonna be else because didn't they say something recently that like Pokemon Home is gonna go free for everyone?
I don't know about those.
I thought I heard something about that. It's not something that I keep up on, so apology.
I bet you.
If you're out there screaming at us, being like, "You idiots! They said this." Come on.
I'm gonna predict that there's gonna be like a teaser announcement of the next mystery dungeon game.
Okay. Or a kart racer, a Pokemon kart racer.
A trailer for Detective Pikachu 2.
You do know March has the next Mario Kart DLC. How stupid would it be to get a Pokemon racer?
Well, it's stupid of Mario Kart to release
we
when
are getting that
Chocobo GP is coming out as well.
Oh, that's fair.
Very stupid
and that
of
Disney
Mario
racing game. And that Disney racing game. Mario Kart fucking
Disney
up.
racing game. But yeah, so those announcements will be on here, and screw them for announcing it for the day after we record our podcast.
Ouch.
Speaking of Nintendo, man, consolidation in the industry. Nintendo buys long-time partner SRD, the programming team behind Super Mario Bros.
Yeah. So
they've been working with them for 40 years, and they just bought them.
You know what's something it's like realized in like the last few years or whatever, as I've been, getting more knowledgeable in the games industry and stuff like that. I don't know who the developers at Nintendo are. Like they're the games develop, like the studios that they work with, all that stuff. I don't know that. Why not? Why don't we know that?
I'm going to prove you wrong. You don't know the developer who made Triangle Strategy?
Square. Yeah, some things, but like when you think of Mario and all that stuff,
known. But it's all of the like people who are into like retro games and all that, like who know the history of all that stuff back when it started. Like that's kind of who Nintendo still fucks with, right?
That's
who developed Xenoblade Chronicles?
I don't
Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Monolith Soft.
Monolith Soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
You're the most knowledgeable.
Wild that they programmed Super Mario Bros. And have been working with them for like 40 years and just bought them.
It's like those couples that are together and they're like, "Oh, you're such a cute married couple." They're like, "We're not married." Like, wait, what?
If we're not married in like 40 years, like you want to just get married.
Is it like, hey, how about when we're both older, if we haven't found anybody, we'll be with each other? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, PS5 is rolling out a new feature that will allow your console to automatically upload screenshots and videos to the PlayStation app. Hallelujah.
That's great.
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xbox
already did this, by the way, Alan, just so you know.
I don't think I care about this. I didn't even know this was a thing that
You're going to use it now, watch. You're going to use it now, watch. I see you uploading
Gino.
I see you uploading your PS5 screen shares on Twitter, dude.
But why would I put it on the PS app when I can just do it from my console
because
instead of putting it on my phone?
It's going to be a lot easier.
You can tweet that picture with curse words. You know what I mean?
Wait, I can't do it with curse words on the PlayStation?
No.
Platinum this
you can't?
game.
You can't tweet curse words on your PlayStation. If you're going to tweet something out, you can't tweet a curse word.
All right, hang on. Let's take a screenshot.
Go tweet it right now and just say fuck.
Yeah. I will. We're gonna try to do this screenshot.
It's gonna stop you. It's gonna stop you.
Elden Ring. No, it's not.
I'm telling you.
Well, he does that.
the feature's already out. I went to go upload. It was like, do you want to put it on the app?
Nice.
So yeah, that is up there. Social media influencers rejoice. Last but not least, for our lightning rounds, Bethesda's PC launcher is shutting down, but you can migrate your library and wallet to Steam. If you like.
It didn't let you, right?
Did he just get banned? He got banned from PlayStation.
It says remove profanity. Also, you know how PlayStation has that autofill? I typed in F and the first thing that popped up was fuck.
Hell yeah.
I told you to remove it, though. I told you. See, now upload it to your PS app and then type fuck. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Try it. We'll try it.
All right.
Indeed. So that's it for the lightning round.
how do I
Gino,
do it?
I'm tossing
Okay.
it back to you.
And that is it for everything written on the doc here, my friends. That's all we got to talk about. Kyle, what are you looking forward to this week?
Keep playing Horizon. I'm looking forward to more of that. I'm kind of upset that I haven't gotten to play more of it. So wanting to dive into that, and now the race is on to see how far I can get in the game before Triangle Strategy comes out.
Cool.
Because I want that game. That game looks great.
Now that we're getting to the end of the podcast here, my mind and asshole are communicating with each other. I need to take a massive shit, and I gotta do it quick. So that's what I'm looking forward to, just so you guys know.
That took a frightening turn.
So that's what I'm looking forward to doing in just a little bit. And of course, playing all these games that are coming out. I'm looking forward to beating Elden Ring in 2 days, because that's what I'm going to do. Alan, what are you looking forward to this week?
I'm actually very excited to keep playing.
When he
I'm actually like currently
pictures.
like trying to enable
Oh,
it
there
to
it is.
do
Look
it.
at that. Oh, that's cool.
And I'm very excited to keep playing Elden Ring, and I can't wait. And this is only for people that I don't think I've talked about it. I can't wait to have my doctor touch my wiener to fix me on Thursday.
That's weird.
I know.
That got even
It
weirder.
does sound very weird, but
Even
You
more
guys-
intense
look,
than what
I'm
I said.
excited about video games. You guys are being like.
I literally said Elden Ring.
You took what I said and then you threw that one out of the window, dude. And then
I'm trying to tweet profanity. All
and
right.
then I guess, Alan, where can people find you on the internet? And we'll go back to Kyle after.
Well, I actually recommend you follow me right now, if you're watching this live on Twitter at Alan Busby, for when I tweet out a screenshot of Elden Ring that just says fuck.
Okay, cool. And then Kyle, where can the people find you on the internet, my friend?
You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. And before we go, I want to give a shout out to Gamertag Radio for 17 years of podcasting.
That's incredible.
All that stuff. Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Shout out to them.
Excellent. And of course, you guys can find me over on Twitter at Gino_Viteri, and you'll see everything else there. And you can find all of us and Ignacio as well, which is not here. You can find us on the Whatnauts, all one word, 2 separate words, but put together on your podcast services of choice, your social media service of choice, and everything else that you can possibly think of. Make sure to put our names as a referral in your applications if you're applying for a new job. We will talk about you very highly. And that is it. Alan, you're laughing. Let's finish with what you're laughing about. Let's see.
No, because I got it.
He
Fuck.
posted it. I already liked it.
Fuck.
Just says
Okay.
fuck.
There you
It
go.
just says fuck.
Posted his picture.
Woo!
There you go. The power of the PS app. Am I right, Alan? Look at that.
Yep. You can now upload your screenshots to the PS app, and you can now tweet shit, fuck, or anything else.
I'm excited
Twitter.
to see weekly posts now of the PS app from
right.
you, Alan.
Does it have to be a different game every time?
No, same pose and different area with the word fuck.
Okay. All right. I got you.
All right, my friends. That has been the Whatnauts, and that has been Crossplay. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a good night now.
Peace.
See ya.
Fuck.